G'day, my name is Tyson Gilbert. Back for vlog 2 of our consumer behaviour marketing vlogs, and this week I'm going to discuss types of consumer decisions in the decision making process. So kind of going back a step from my previous vlog where I talked about the steps in the decision making process. Now we're talking about the types of consumer decisions. So that would include extended problem solving, limited problem solving, and also habitual problem solving or decision making. So yeah, that's what I'll be talking about this week, and I'll be relating it back to products I've purchased in the past and giving examples of those. So the first type of consumer decision that I will be talking about is the extended problem solving decision. So in this area, I'll be talking about products that we might use a lengthier decision-making process to complete. This might be because we're spending a greater sum of money on, or we might be very passionate about the product and we need to spend a bit longer on evaluating our alternatives and tossing up options. So for my first example, I just want to take these are my AirPods. Recently purchased at the start of lockdown for my working from home activities. It enables me to talk to clients on the phone whilst also typing away my letters or doing other things for work. It's also really handy for watching lectures. Now, the reason this is considered an extended problem-solving consumer decision for me is that it is quite a bit of money for what they are. I mean, as you can see, only a small Bluetooth device with a hefty price tag of $250. So for me, I just needed to justify spending that much money on a pair of headphones. So what I did was research other alternatives in the markets, whether that be Samsung or Bose. But overall for me, I found that the small and compact nature, as well as being easily connected to my laptop and my iPhone, I found that to be a perfect product. Also, in that decision-making and problem-solving process, I found that tax time was coming up, and as it can be used as a work tool, I would be able to receive a tax benefit from that. So overall, it was quite an extensive decision, and a lot of research went into it. Due to the price tag and the type of purchase it was, but overall, I believe it was a successful purchase. So just continuing on from the first consumer decision, my second consumer decision is a limited problem-solving decision. So this is kind of towards the middle of the continuum in terms of a consumer decision, in terms of involvement. A limited decision-making purchase or may involve some thought process and some consideration. However, we may regularly purchase this product, or we already have background knowledge regarding the product, so it may not warrant as much thought or as much time put into it. So for me, I'll just grab my example here. This would be my keyboard that I use in my home PC. So I purchased this again from JB Hi-Fi following the working from home regulations. So that is just an Apple product. I seem to have a lot of Apple products already. So my existing knowledge on that and the nature of the Apple products, I knew the quality and I knew what I was looking for. So going into the shop, I was already aware of what I'd like to purchase, and there wasn't as much thinking through that. However, I did consider some alternatives, but not in the depth that I did for the AirPods. And then following that, I have now worked at home for 2 or 3 months, and I've evaluated it based on its performance. It has performed really well. Right, so my final type of consumer decision is the one on the far end of the spectrum. So that is my habitual decision making. So generally, these goods or products that we're purchasing are fast-moving consumer goods. So basically what that means is that we're purchasing these products and then consuming them quite quickly and then moving on and making the decision regularly. So this type of decision is a decision that would be used or regularly purchased. So there is little to no thinking or thought process involved before purchasing these products. And for me, and I feel like for most people, it will be my morning coffee. So we have a machine at home, and both my mum and my dad also drink coffee. So that's a big one for me. It is the nectar of life, and I could not start my day without it. Now, this is an easy decision for both myself and my parents to make within our household. We all start our morning with it. So whenever we're at the supermarket and we know we're quite low, or even if we're not, we may decide to purchase our coffee, and that will get us kick-started, ready to go. So as I said before, there is virtually no thought process involved here. If we walk past it, we will purchase it, and that is a regular occurrence in our household. So just to conclude, my name's Tyson Gilbert, and today I talked about the types of consumer decisions. So first of all, we had our extended decision making or extended problem solving, represented by my AirPods. We had my limited problem solving type of consumer decision, which was my keyboard for my personal computer. And finally, my habitual, and I'm sure everyone else's habitual problem solving or decision making type was my coffee. Thank you again for listening.